What's up, y'all? AJ Simmons here, founder of the Clean Biz Network. And today's guest, I actually came across him on the most infamous Earn Your Leisure. They interviewed this guy. He came up there talking about starting a cleaning company and a staffing agency. And I said, you know what? I got to get a hold of him before you get too big for me. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to catch him. Come over here and tell us how in the world, because he was talking about some major contracts, y'all, in this cleaning industry. So I said, I got to get him on here. He was nice enough to come on. So without further ado, please welcome Mr. Mario Kelly. What's up, Mario?
Headed to the top, ain't none of y'all stopping me. Used to say I never get a ring, Charles Barkley. Now I got a wife, got kids, on property. Bubble-eyed beans that look like that be watching me. Okay, I lied about the beans, but that was hard though. I'm still in that black act, but she starred though. Cause that's all it takes. I'm flashing for. I'm on my grind, not no motherfucking fashion show.
I appreciate you having me on your show.
Yeah, for sure. I appreciate you for coming on, man. So let's jump right into it. I always start my podcast interviews off with asking this question here. Sharon, could you just share like a rough estimate of where you are as far as revenue with your cleaning company?
Well, like I said, I have a staffing agency. That's the umbrella of the company, but I also have a corporate cleaning company. So the staffing agency is projected to do 1.2 million this year, and the cleaning company is projected to do a little bit up under 400.
Wow. So we got it. We're going to jump into all of that and how you pulling this all, man. Congrats on that success. But before we go further into that, let's back up and just ask, who is Mario? Like, who are you? Where you from? Give us a little background.
My name is Mario Kelly, the owner of Believe We Want to Be Staffing and Believe We Want to Be Cleaning. Born and raised in Detroit, Michigan. Have two children, engaged right now. Like I said, I have a corporate cleaning company and a corporate staffing company. With my cleaning company, we clean all of the stadiums in the city of Detroit.
Wow.
Ford Field, Little Caesars Arena, Detroit Tigers, Comerica Park, Fox Theater, a couple professional buildings downtown. And then on the staffing side, also we clean a company called Shinola Hotel and Watch. We clean their headquarters and all of their storefronts. And on the staffing side, we also staff my own personal cleaning company. We staff a few other cleaning companies in the city of Detroit called the Professional Group. And we staff Henry Ford Hospital. We worked with Ford Motor Company. We've worked with. So, it's off and on the PGA tournament. A couple of NASCAR. NASCAR come to Detroit. They're looking for employees. So they reach out to us.
Nice, bro. I love that model you got going on. So wait a minute. So you said you even provide staffing to other cleaning companies, even though you got a cleaning company. Now, what do you think is making these people come to you for the staffing? Is it because you got access to the people that they just can't seem to get, or is it more so you got such a great training program that you're gonna sit on quality work? It's like, or is it a combination of both?
I don't think it's a combination of both. Nowadays, we want to work for us. We want a boss that understands where we come from. And I can relate to all of my employees. I actually don't even consider them employees. I consider them, partners. Because in order to get this company to get where we need to get it, we have to work together. I work with them. But I think that it's a combination of both. A lot of companies are coming to us first off because of the work we've been able to do. In the staffing game. Is to say you put an order in for 60 people. A lot of staffing companies only probably get 10 to 15, where I'm born and raised in the city. So if you need 60, 70 people, I'm going to make 60, 70 people. We're going to show up. If I got to go call my cousin and say, hey, somebody over there, if I got to do a job fair in the different parts of the neighborhoods of the city of Detroit, I would do that. So whatever it takes to get the job done, I'm going to do it.
That's what's up, bro. I love it. Now, are these always like W-2 situations, or are these 1099 contractors, or is it a combination of both?
It depends on what job it is, but most of them are 1099. Some of my more clerical, workers are W-2, but mostly everybody who works in the stadium and different things are independent contractors.
It makes sense, bro. So look, right, I think a lot of people keep coming to me like lately for some reason and they want to know, can they start a cleaning company, just get the contracts and line them up with 1099 workers and never have to touch it at all? So I always tell them you kind of want to get some hands-on experience, but you need deep in this thing now. So I want to hear your opinion on it. Can they really do it without even touching the work at all?
You saying can they do it without them touching the work? It's just about putting the schedule out there and allowing people to pick and see where they want to work at. You know, as an independent contractor, I can't just tell you to go to work. You know, it's up to you to pick and choose your own personal schedule. And it depends on what job it is. You may have to bring your own tools. You may have to bring your own gloves, whatever it may be. You know, it's small things. You have to really be careful because it's a thin line to separate employees from independent contractors. So you really have to do some background. I would say get a CPA first off, and talk to them, and figure out, you know, what's the best thing that fits your company, because it's a very thin line. Because, you know, some people can say they're independent contractors, but they're not bringing their own tools. Sure, you know, you're supplying that, so that may be the situation.
Gotcha. Is it any advice you would give to somebody they like, well, what do I find a CPA? Like, you just Google it, or how would you go about finding a CPA?
It depends on your region, your area, wherever that's. You can Google it, but I would say, you know, try to work with someone who has worked with the CPA before, you know, because you might get someone that's new in the game, they don't know what they're doing. So you do want to try to find a seasoned CPA. I'm fortunate to have two of them, you know, honestly. So I was referred one. Her name is Robin. She's a great young lady, knows the business in and out. So it's just really about doing your research. Even though they can refer you a CPA, you still want to do your research to make sure you have someone that's really qualified to help you, because that's a sticky situation.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now, did you have any cleaning experience before you got into the cleaning side of things?
Well, I feel like we all have some type of cleaning experience. You know, I was born in the 80s, so I had chores growing up. So in order for me to go outside or anything, I had to make sure on Mondays the kitchen was done, and moms was coming in and checking and make sure that not just the kitchen, the counter, the backsplash is wiped down, the refrigerator is cleaned up. So, but honestly, as a whole, as a business, I didn't. I just naturally had cleaning in me.
Right. I'm telling you, so I just wanted to show the people, like, because everybody, well, I ain't never done it before. And it's like, oh, nobody has when you first start. Like, you got to try it first. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you got to try it. I mean, but if you really think about it, we all have some sort of cleaning experience, unless you're just a nasty person, you know. Right. So you're cleaning your house and different things like that. That noise isn't bothering you, is it?
No, you good, bro.
Okay, perfect. So we all have some type of cleaning experience. It just depends on, you know, about applying yourself, really. And then the main thing is about finding your purpose, you know. Believing in your purpose is really the mission.
Fact.
So it's just not about...
No, go ahead.
I'm sorry, go ahead. No, I'm about to say, it's not about, you know, thinking that you can. You got to really believe in it. In anything, cleaning, staffing, whatever it may be in the world that you want to do, you have to really believe in your purpose.
Straight up, though. And speaking of believing in that purpose, I noticed that background started moving behind you. What you got going on over there? I just want to, let you flex real quick on the people. I want to flex for you so they can see what it happens if you believe in yourself.
Yeah, you know, I'm actually in St. Thomas, the Virgin Islands. I'm about to go and stay in St. John's for a couple of days. My fiance's birthday. This is really my first vacation. You know, I've been working so hard. I see it's time to just get away for about a week or so. So we on the boat on our way to St. John's.
That's what's up, bro. I love it, man. Happy birthday to your fiance too.
I appreciate
All
it.
Right. Yes, sir. Now, you know, yeah, absolutely. You're welcome. So look, right now, being that you started as a staffing company, I'm interested to know, like, did you get an office from day one, or did you do it kind of like a home-based business? How did you set it up from day one?
Well, staffing had been like growing up. I knew about staffing. It was the neighborhood I was in. A gentleman had did staffing, so I knew about it. But later on in life, there was another company that came into the projects where I grew up and was looking for a staffing company. Actually, it was just looking for employees. I was able to help them. They were looking for 50 employees. I was able to help them get 150 applications. And they told me, hey, you should get into staffing. So when I jumped into it, I didn't have no office. I wouldn't even say I was working at home. I was working off my phone.
Right.
You know, so it was more so just learning. But when I first started I learned about the markup, the recruiting, different things like that. But what I did do is got a suite number, a suite address, just so I can be able to receive mail and different things like that. But mostly everything I was doing was from home off my phone.
Gotcha. Now that made me wonder too. Now I'm like, wait a minute. You said pricing. You learned about the multiples and stuff. Are you able to still hear? Okay, you got okay. It like yeah for minutes. Are you able to share? Are you at liberty to share? If you can't share this, don't worry about it. But are you at liberty to share what your markup is? And what I mean is because, like, if I always tell people, if you don't know for commercial cleaning, if you don't know what to charge the customer, just ask yourself how much can you pay somebody else to do it, and just double that. That's just a quick answer. What is your multiplier looking like? Is that too low? Is that too high? What you looking like?
So it really depends on which style of cleaning you're talking about. So we do have a residential side. So it's certain levels in the residential side. You can be getting a deep clean. You can be getting just a regular clean. But now on the corporate side, it depends on the scope of work. So now that's the main thing. You want to learn about the different scopes of work, how many bathrooms it is, how many offices you'll be changing trash in, how many hours, how many square feet, but on most of my cleaning sides, my markup is between 45 to 62%. It just depends on how big of a job it is. And, is it an 8-hour job? Is it a 4-hour job? Do we have to come in twice a day? Do we have to come in once a day? But it depends on what the job is for myself, but it's going to be anywhere between 40 to 62%.
I love it. I love it. All right. Now, how do you find most of your customers? And this is particularly a question we want to hear from you because you got these big contracts. So basically, we really want to know, how do you get the big contracts?
Okay. Well, I would say the first thing, it's about picking a name. Okay. And the name of my company is called Believe 313. So I'm playing on the word believe because believe is a universal word. Free, money, believe, love. These are all words that we care about, that we love, that whole heart close to our heart. And then also I use the area code 313. So that's one of the main things I use with Google. I'm doing a lot of social media marketing, a lot of hashtags and different things. So my name will more so come up into the top, looking for reviews and different things. And then also, the way I got the first contract was during the COVID. Nobody wanted to work. No staffing companies were looking no staffing companies were even looking to take these accounts because they couldn't find people. So that's where I stepped up at. I took it because I know I can go to the neighborhoods and different things like that. So I'm sorry. Can you hear me?
Yeah, there you go. Now you're back. And I say you froze on me for a second. I was trying to wait for it, but you're back now.
I'm sorry. No, I had a call. I'm sorry. So once I got the first account with the Detroit Tigers, it was just about producing the numbers, making sure that everything was top notch that they had on their scope of work, regardless of what it was. If it was glass, if it was mopping, if it was picking up the peanuts, we wanted to make sure everything was done on a high level. And like I said, on that corporate level, they're communicating amongst each other. And it's this word of mouth between the corporate teams. We're using Believe 313 for the baseball stadium, y'all should use for football, and so forth and so forth. But also on the flip side of things is you can always contact these corporations and ask for a FOIA. And what a FOIA is freedom of information.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. It's freezing, like the pitch is freezing, but I can still hear you though. Oh, now it's frozen. Dang. It was getting to the good part too. Dang. All right, there you go. You back.
My bad. Okay. Yes. So a lot of times it's about also when you start in a company, you have to put that footwork in. So a lot of things I did at the beginning, was I went door knocking. I went and knocked on all these doors. I got on Indeed and looked for people who were looking for cleaners, looking for cleaning contracts, looking to hire people to do cleaning. So I went there to let them know, hey, we're doing this cleaning. We're cleaning with this company. We're cleaning with that company. You gave them my card, and you also want to have something called a triphone. A triphone I feel like is a walking website. Yep. It explains to the corporation exactly who you are, what you offer, and everything. Because a lot of times going into these places, they don't want to hear what you got to say. They want to read what you got to say and then ask you questions.
Yep. He said, "Look, something like this."
Yes, sir.
There you go.
Yes, sir.
Canva.com. Right. I love it. I love it. Okay. Now, so you said
that's one of the main things is get your triphone. Yes.
My bad. I thought it got quiet on me, so I thought you had stopped. My bad. But so I just want to run it back. So you said social media, going door to door, LinkedIn, trifold when you do go door to door, but basically just be omnipresent and put in that work. Don't be scared to open your mouth because closed mouths don't get fed. I think that's pretty much what I heard.
Basically, that's just what it is, my brother. That's just what it is. Okay, because they have to understand that. I mean, a lot of states that people are watching this, I'm pretty sure they have a minority business. So I don't know if that's a question you were going to ask them, but we have an upper hand because we are a minority business. And we can offer these corporations a lot of different things that a majority business can't.
Now, do you think that, actually, I don't know if you have minority certification, but if you do have it, do you think it's required on the private sector as well? Because I was told at one point that you don't really need it unless you're going to do government contracts. How do you feel about that statement and the whole licenses and all that?
No, I say get it. If you are Black, Chinese, if you're a minority in any type of business, you need that certification. Don't just let, because, for instance, the PGA tournament came into Detroit a few years ago. And the first thing they did was went to the minority certification list to find the people that they wanted to do the certain jobs at the PGA. Cleaning was one of them. So they found my cleaning company on this list, pulled me there because they get a tax write-off, So regardless of this government contract, I would say get it, because there's a lot of other peaks. If it's just about the networking events that you can go to for this $350 that you're going to spend for the application, that's more than worth it, because once a year, all of the minority certification people from around the United States come to one event for a weekend. So you never know who you'll meet there.
Them gems right there, y'all. These are gems. Now, you told me that you were born in the 80s. I was born in 88 myself. When we were coming up, it won't know, like, you look around now, everybody, teach you about entrepreneurship all online. You can find a mentor almost anywhere now. When we were coming up, I ain't really see a lot of that. So I want to ask you, did you find like anybody on YouTube or somewhere that was teaching you along the way when you first got started with your business? Like, would you follow anybody for any type of business advice or anything, or books or anything?
Yes, sir. One of the first things I did was follow Earn Your Leisure. Between Earn Your Leisure and Sunday Service, there was the only two things I was listening to and watching on YouTube. Earn Your Leisure is, that's really like the mecca of financial literacy for us. If you're trying to find anything out, that's, I feel like everybody needs to dive into them two young guys and peel all the layers of the onion back. If it's about crypto, if it's about real estate, cleaning, whatever stocks, whatever it's about, you need to dive into their YouTube, their website page, and just learn everything. So that was one of the first things I did. And also, like I said, I dove into cleaning. Even I was learning on YouTube to learn about how to clean granite, how to clean wood. Even though I've grown up cleaning these different things, I wanted to learn, what's the, how to dilute the bleach, how to dilute, Mr. Clean, different things like that. And the main thing I did, honestly, was dove into the CDC, because if we're cleaners, we need to understand the germs. We need to know how to clean the germs. What kills the germs? Everybody thinks bleach kills everything. Sometimes it doesn't. Some people think that all-purpose or Fabuloso or that type of stuff cleans germs. It doesn't. That's just a surface cleaner. So it's the difference between cleaning the surface and then cleaning the germs. So CDC is the number one thing that should be your mentor, you know. And then, like I said, Google and Facebook and Google, YouTube should also be your mentor, because the things that you're really looking for, there are plenty of people out here that's going to help you out. But the first thing you should do after you get your EIN, LLC, and your bank account is follow Earn Your Leisure.
I love it. Shout out to Earn Your Leisure, Troy Rashad over there, and I love the work they're doing over there. All right, now, how you looking on time?
We're looking good. I mean, we got about another 15 minutes.
Perfect. All right, but so what are the bulk of your cleaning contracts right now? Is it mainly just the stadiums?
Well, we got so on the bigger side, we have all of the stadiums. Shinola is one of our bigger contracts. We also clean, well, actually, my biggest contract to me is a contract called Lady Glamourholic. She's a local lady in the city of Detroit. She sells purses. Really, I feel like she's the Oprah of small business. And why I say that that's one of my biggest contracts, because I'm learning about business, and I'm like, you know, if you can make $1 million in 17 minutes, I want to learn from you. Yeah. You know, but Glamourholic, Shinola, Ford Field, all the stadiums, and then on the residential side, we clean all of the condos and different things like that downtown Detroit.
Mm-hmm. I love it. All right, now, do you think a brand new person starting a cleaning company, do you think that they should go after those larger contracts, or should they target the smaller ones to get their feet wet, or it don't matter? Like, what's your opinion on that?
Well, I would suggest that when you first starting out, that you get your money up. You know, unless you got a couple $1 million grants, loans, and different things like that, a couple $100,000 loans. Because to go after those bigger contracts, you're going to need larger amounts of people, 60 to 100, sometimes 150 people. You know, and then now you're talking about maybe 150 people working one day, and then 20 people working every day, Monday through Friday. So the first thing I would say do is go after the smaller contracts to try to, you know, master the game, and then build your bank up in order to go towards those bigger contracts. Because the huge thing is that net 30. You know, in order to make this stuff happen, even though I got a 40 to 60% markup and different things like that, I'm still not getting paid for at least 30, sometimes, bro, 45 days. I don't even lie to you. You know, so the net 30 is something really, really different. Yeah. But I would say go get those smaller contracts first in order to build yourself. And then once you get your bank built up, go ahead and start attacking those bigger contracts. But what you also can do is make a relationship now. You know, regardless if you're small or not, you know, go over there and give them your card, give them your trifold, you know, do different things like that. You know, just to get that relationship so they know who you are. So next year when you do come, after you then built this, built your bank up, they already know who you are.
Right. I love it. Now, I tell you what we're going to do, and y'all don't get nervous. I know I usually do the lightning round at the end. I'm going to put it like a little bit towards the middle-ish a little bit, just to switch it up a little bit. So what we're going to do right now at the lightning round, I'm going to say a word or a phrase. You just reply with whatever it means to you first thing that comes in mind. So you ready?
Okay. Yep.
All right. First word is Detroit.
The Mecca. We make the world move. With cars and
the Motor City. All right. Believe.
In your dreams, in yourself, in your purpose.
I love it. The cleaning business.
If you clean it right, it can get you to some new heights. But you know, cleaning business will show you a new life.
For sure. All right. Key to success.
Staying consistent, and loyalty is royalty.
I like that. Leadership.
It's in you. It's in everyone. You know, we are all leaders, and sometimes the best leader was a great follower.
I love it. All right. What is your why?
What is my why?
Yep. What's your why? Like, why do you keep going every day?
Because I'm on a mission. This is God's mission. You know, honestly, I understand that all of the things I'm doing is great and all that, but God is using my body as a vessel to deliver these blessings. So I'm just delivering God's message, and it's through help.
Right. I love it. All right. Now, I know this next one. I know you don't get a lot of free time because we struggle trying to get this interview scheduled, but what is your favorite hobby to do when you finally do get some free time?
Investing my money into other things. I mean, honestly, that's my, you know, I like to have a different pivot. So free time to me is like investing my money into other things to make other things happen. Right now, me and my fiance are doing real estate.
Mm-hmm.
You know, or just spending time with my family, honestly. You know, I try to make it home to watch the 10 o'clock news, I say every night, to be able to be up with my family. So if I have free time, that's what I spent with. But my free time is to invest my free time and my money into something else that's going to make me more money.
I love it. How about the favorite book or movie?
Malcolm X, the autobiography of Malcolm X. That movie and book changed my life. And favorite movie, I would say Glory.
Okay. But best decision you ever made in business?
Was when I walked into Shinola's office and I told him I had a cleaning company.
Straight up. You see
I walked into a room. I was doing a tour up there, and we were going into a room to talk about what we had already seen, and the room was dirty. And the first thing that came on my mouth was, "Oh, I have a cleaning company."
Yeah. So listen, so was it like a script you had prepared? Because, you know, people keep asking me that too. They like, AJ, you got a script. What am I supposed to say when I go in there? And I'm like, literally just, all right, so here's what I won't say what I say. I'll let you tell me what you say when you walk in there.
Honestly, I'm going to tell you one thing about myself, man. I'm the same person when I walk in any room. Yep. You know, I think that is my niche, is being myself. Yep. So, AJ, if I'm gonna talk to you and you got $50 million, or if it's my homeboy Mark who only make $15 an hour, you know, I'm gonna be the same person. But I'm going to prepare myself for wherever I'm going. You know, I call it a Jones effect. I'm going to find out who is the owner, who's the owner's name. You know, I may find something in the area because it's something like a Jones effect. You know, you may say, hey, I cleaned at the McDonald's next door. They told us that you guys were looking for a cleaning company. I was just coming over here to introduce myself. So, but before I go into that store, I'm going to Google who's the owner or who's your human resource. So I can go in there and say, hey, I'm looking for Amy Smith. Hey, Amy, how you doing? I do cleaning down the street. They told us that you may need a cleaning company. So you want to prepare yourself about different things like that before you go into the places. But I'm just being myself, honestly.
I love it, because I keep trying to tell people, like, I mean, I can give you a script, but that ain't gonna be the difference. I mean, between you getting the job or not. Like, you need to figure out, like you say, you look up who the owner is and everything. I tell them, if you walk in there and you don't know who it is, ask the first person you talk to. Do you know who you're in charge of hiring a cleaning company? Ask to talk to them. You know what I mean? It's simple stuff, dog, honestly. But you know, or hop on LinkedIn, go on their website. It's probably there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You want to be on LinkedIn. Oh no, you want to be on LinkedIn, honestly, because that's the corporate's way of communicating. That's their Facebook. So you want to make sure you got LinkedIn, you have a business Google, because you want to treat your business Google also like Facebook. You want to upload pictures every day. You want to hashtags. You want to call your friends and say, give me a review. You know, whatever it may be. You know, even if you got to do some free jobs out here to get reviews, that's the way you want to build your business up.
Yep, I love it, dog. I got two more for this lightning round, and we're gonna switch back up to the regular questions and close it up. All right.
Okay.
Next phrase or next word, I guess, or phrase is favorite music genre.
Favorite music genre. Man, if you look at my Apple Music, it's crazy. It goes from Raheem Devon to Jill Scott to Lil Baby, but I would say R&B. I'm an old guy. I'm 40, so you know. They call me Uncle Love.
I definitely, if I got to pick one, I'm going with R&B. But I'm still going to ask you, though, what's your top 5 rappers of all time to close out this lightning round?
Top 5 rappers of all time, I would say Jay-Z. I'm not going to have them in order. I'm not going to have them in order at all. Jay-Z, Biggie Smalls, Tupac, Icewear Vezo, Babyface Ray.
Okay, bet. See, them last two, you're going to have to put me on then. I don't know nothing about that.
I need everybody out there to go Google Icewear Vezo and Babyface Ray right now. I'm putting y'all, that's the real gym right there.
Real shit. For real. All right, bet, bro. I got like a handful of questions left. We're going to wrap it up.
All right, that's fine.
Okay, cool. All right, now, is your goal with your company to stay in Detroit and just be as big as you can in Detroit, or how big you want to go with it?
Man, I'm trying to go 40 states, 70 cities at the minimum. My goal is, that's why my company was called Believe, because I feel like I can go in any city, any state, and add that zip code. It can be Believe 318, Believe 412, you know. So my goal is to honestly go around as many states as possible.
Yeah. Okay. Now, what do you say?
As many states as possible.
What do you think has been the hardest part for you so far in business to get their goal like that?
It's just about great help. You know, if you're the best in your business at everything, you have a terrible business. You know, right now it's about just really finding somebody that's not trying to be you. You know, and if you can find someone that wants to be an employee, that's not trying to be a true entrepreneur, not trying to be you, then you're winning. And I honestly, I just learned that from my fiance. I just had a situation that happened over the weekend, and I was trying to figure out what was the issue. And she explained to me, she said, these people are trying to be you, you know, until you really find these people that want to build the business and not be like you at those certain locations, it's going to continue to have issues like that. But my hardest thing is just really finding true people to really believe in me and not really have a motive.
Man, that ain't some of the realest stuff I done heard, boy, because I literally been through that too many times. And, you know, I be trying to plug in, you know, certain people that I want to help, you know what I mean? Certain friends and family, you know what I mean? I want to put them in position, but it's like, well, they too busy trying to beat AJ. And it's like, well, you know what I mean? I guess they can't be on AJ team. They want their own team, which is fine, but it's just, it gonna work.
But you know what's gonna happen, AJ? You know, I'm the same way. I want my friends to be in certain positions, and I even try to force them to be in those positions. But a person, if he don't want to be in that position, it's not going to work out how you expect it to. You know, you want them to be something that they don't want to be. You know, I've had a guy that I just told, hey, I'll give you $20 an hour. I just need you to do X, Y, Z. You don't have to do any work. Just go to these locations every day for a couple hours. I give you $20 an hour. You know, he told me, no, man, that's a fake job. So, but you know, so you take all that in, and then they just apply that and just keep working hard. So a year or 2 years from now, he is going to come back and say that's still on the table.
Right. Of course. And then it's gone by then because somebody else can flourish in it by then. Man, all right, but all right, what's the typical work week for Mario right now?
Typical work week for me right now is Monday through Friday. I'm really typically the same. I'm getting up and just whatever account I'm checking that day, I'm going to stop at some certain accounts, different accounts every day.
What time you get up?
Well, I'm honest. I get up. It depends. Sometimes 4, sometimes 5. Depends on what job I have, because I also work myself. So it depends on what job I have to do at what time. I may work 2 different jobs that I have to work on maybe once or twice a week. So, but 5 o'clock, if I'm going to check on the certain plants, starting at Pack Right, Gray Lot, Shinola. I'm trying to, about 2 to 3 days a week. I'm more so sitting back and putting it on the back end as far as doing invoices and just, finishing, making sure all the backside of the business is ran well.
Okay. Now, do you think anybody could come in and do it the way you doing it and not be working at all, not getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning? Like, do you think somebody can come in? I just want to see.
No, man. Honestly, to get to these stadiums, brother, I'm gonna tell you, it was hard work and dedication. My day started at 4 o'clock. Literally every day I was at 4 o'clock because I was working these different accounts in order. I didn't have employees at a lot of my spots. I was doing it myself because, hey, they're gonna pay me $7,000 this month. I can go just get the job done in the morning between 4 and 4:30 or 4:30 to 5. Get that job done. Go to another one. Get that job done. So I'm building that bank up because I knew at some point my payroll now may be anywhere between 22 to 45,000 a week. You know, it just depends on how many they're requesting. So in order to get to that level, I had to get up at 4:30 and come home at 10. You know, between 2020 and 2021, I didn't have no time to spend no money.
Right.
You know, I was really working so hard that I was just stacking it up. And that was how I was able to flourish with the arenas.
Yeah, man. You said how much a week? Look, I'm over here thinking it's pressure with my little $7,000 a week. Look, something like
man,
that.
Listen, if I have a payroll 14, 15,000 a week, I'm trying to figure out what's going on.
There you go.
That's
low.
It's too low.
Like, yeah, we need some bigger problems around here. I love it.
But you know, I took on a new account this summer. It's called ESI. And they do all of the concerts in the city of Detroit. So anytime there's a concert, we set up the stage, set up the floor. So that took my payroll up. You know, it was some weeks my payroll was 50,000 a week. Doing those summer concerts.
Yeah, that's what's up, bro. I love it, man. So how do you? Let me ask you this, because this is a personal one now. I'm about to get a little selfish with it now. So somebody had told me early on when I got into the business that always try to keep at least 2 months worth of payroll in your account.
Yes.
Okay. You doing, let's just say 40 a week, right? So that would mean you would have to keep, and I ain't gonna ask you what you keep, but my point is like, so 40, so that means that you would have to keep what, 40, 80, 160. So roughly about, let's just say 300,000 at least in the bank at all times. How does somebody develop the discipline not to go touch that money? Because you literally got the access to go get it. So how do you develop the discipline and not touch it and realize that that's the company money and not yours?
It ain't about the discipline. It's just that's the business. It's the business, you know. And I know, you know, going to buy some Dior's or something is not going to get me. That $1,300 could be paid for 4 people's payroll. So it's just really being disciplined, understanding what your goal is. I'm a very humble man too, also, you know. So I don't really need a lot for my personal self. I'm not a flashy type of guy. So, and I really believe that's God in me. That's why He chose me to be the person to distribute these blessings due to the fact of discipline. And then it also boils to, like I said, I'm going back to prior to me getting to this level, I was, you know, watching Richard and Troy on Earn Your Leisure and learning about the financial literacy side of the business.
Did you ever like incur any type of debt or cash advances or business debt or anything like that on your way?
No, honestly, man, I didn't get no PPPs. I got denied a PPP. I got one grant since I started, and that was $5,000. But it's all been this hustle, just going and getting these accounts. And, you know, I may work an account that pays me $7,000 a month, but that $7,000 may cover the Shinola payroll for a month. So that's why I go work. So now I use Shinola's money. I just put that in the bank.
Yeah. I love it, dog. Hey, you you locked in, dog. I love it. All right. So what's next for Mario, man?
What's next for Mario is Believe 313. We're trying to, like I said, we in St. Thomas right now, man. I'm over here trying to figure out how to pull some money over here on the cleaning side. You know, cleaning is a need. So wherever I go, I'm trying to find opportunity. You know, but the main thing right now is we're focusing on the schools in Metro Detroit. Now we want to go start cleaning the local schools. And then the next thing is trying to get into like more of the factories, trying to take over Southeast Michigan as far as the schools and the factories. You know, that's the Motor City with all the cars. So, you know, we got tons and tons and tons of factories around.
That's what's up, bro. Man, I love it, dog. One question I always ask before we wrap it up to everybody to come on. If somebody watching this video right now, listening to it on the podcast, they thinking about starting that cleaning company or they thinking about starting that lawn care business or whatever type of business, they scared to make that jump, what would you say to that person?
Man, jump off that mountain of faith. You know, God is in you. You are, you are, it's in you. So whatever you're doing, if it's your passion, believe in it. Don't allow no one else's anxieties to weigh on you. Go ahead and make that step. It may not have been for them. That's why they're telling you, no, I don't think that's a good idea. But it's for you. You know, we all are individuals. It's not about second guessing yourself, man, because I know for a fact that Mario Kelly can do it, and I'm sitting here talking to you, it's possible. I'm in St. Thomas, St. John's from cleaning. So it's about believing in yourself. If it's lawn care, daycare center, whatever it may be, put that work in. You know, I always tell people, the life you want, you may have to work 2 to 3 years to live 45 off.
That's it. That's it. That's it, dog. I could have said it no better than that, y'all. Mr. Mario Kelly, y'all. How can we follow your journey and learn more about your company or reach out to your company if we wanted to use your company?
Follow me on social media, Believe 313 Staffing on Instagram and Facebook. My YouTube page is Believe 313 Staffing. My website is believe313staffing.com. And then all of my information is on there. You know, if there's any companies out there looking for a cleaning company in the Metro Detroit or Southeast Michigan, we're there. Anyone looking to staff their company or their building, we also can help you do that. So reach out to me through email or through my website.
Yeah, hit them up, y'all, because I know a lot of my people be looking for some good workers. So hit them up, especially if you in Detroit for sure, man. Appreciate you, man. Mario Kelly, y'all.
Thank you for watching my video, and make sure you hit that like button if you liked the video, because I know you did, and also hit subscribe, and right beside that subscribe button is going to be a notification bell. You gotta click that, because guess what? You never know when I'm gonna go live. As a matter of fact, I might go live right now, so make sure you hit that notification bell so you don't miss my videos, all right? And if you want to start or grow your business, check out cleanbiznetwork.com, all right? We have cleaning business starter kits. We have a lead generation service to help you grow your cleaning business, all type of stuff. And also, don't forget to download the Calculated Clean mobile app as well, all right? So that's what I got for y'all until you click another video and go watch, man. Watch another video, why not? Binge on it, let's go.